welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, my name is Samantha, and this is my channel where I talk all about books. Anyway, today I'm coming to you with a booktube classic. I haven't done this video in quite some time, but for a while, these were pretty popular videos to make. And I feel like I haven't had the best luck with books recently, and there haven't been that many books that I've been super excited for. So I wanted to make this list to get myself excited for some books. Anyway, I haven't actually told you what we're doing. Today I'm going to be talking about some 5-star predictions. So obviously books that I think I'm going to be rating 5 stars. I've done some of these in the past, and I still actually haven't finished all of the books. I did one in 2019. I'm still missing one book from that video, and then I can finally react to it. So I'm definitely planning to read that book this year, but it hasn't happened yet. And I did one in 2021, and I also haven't finished the books for that. I've got 3 books to go for that one. So oops, but oh well, it's fine. We're here 2024 to talk about some more books, and hopefully I actually read these books. Anyway, let's just chat about the books, what books I think I'm gonna rate 5 stars, and maybe some reasons why, if I know why. Who knows? I've tried to set myself up for success with this one, so I've gone for books that I either own physically, or I have it on my Kindle, or I can get it from the library. So then hopefully I actually read all of these books. I think there's one book which I don't know how I'm gonna source it. I think I'm gonna have to buy it, but that's fine. I also have a range of genres on here. I've got some fantasy, some sci-fi, some romance, of course, which I feel like is kind of the hardest to get a 5-star from me, but hopefully. And I've even got some nonfiction on here. So quite the range of genres. The first book that I'm predicting that I'm gonna rate 5 stars is Swordcatcher by Cassandra Clare. Do I know what this book is about? Absolutely not, but I did ask for it for my birthday because I knew that I was going to want to read it, because I've really enjoyed most of the Cassandra Clare books that I've read. There's only the more recent series, The Dark Artifices, which I didn't love. I'm not caught up with her series, but when I saw that she was coming out with an adult book, I was like, of course I want to read that. My goodness, I haven't actually properly looked at this book, but it's got a little map. It's pretty. Whoa. That is stunning. I can't believe I've had this book for 4 months and I haven't even looked at it underneath the dust jacket. Unbelievable. Anyway, it says, in the vibrant city-state of Castellan, how do you say this? Because my Spanish brain wants to go Castellane, but I feel like it's Castellan. Castellane? How do you say this? Whatever this place is called, nobles and criminals have one thing in common: the constant search for wealth, power, and the next hedonistic thrill. Yet, as an impoverished orphan, Kel's prospects look bleak. Until he's stolen from his old life to enter a new one of luxury and peril, he's become Prince Connor Aurelian's body double, shielding the prince from all dangers. As his sword catcher, he and Connor will become as close as brothers, yet Kel lives for one purpose: to die for Connor. Lancaster is an Ashgari physician, part of a community ostracized for its rare magical abilities. But after a failed assassination attempt brings her and Kel together, they are drawn into the web of the mysterious Ragpicker King, ruler of the name of the town, criminal underworld. He offers each of them what they want most, but as Lynn and Kel sink deeper into his world, they uncover an extraordinary conspiracy. As long-kept secrets unravel, they must ask themselves, can forbidden love bring down a kingdom? And will their discoveries plunge their nation into war and the world into chaos? It sounds really good. It's got some political intrigue. I think it's going to be a good read. I really enjoy her writing style. It's very easy for me to read, so whenever I do get to this, I think I'm going to rate it 5 stars. I hope so, at least, because it's really pretty and I would like to rate it highly. I initially thought that this was a standalone, but it's actually the start of a series, which is great if it's good, but it's also slightly annoying because then I'll have to reread it, which is the problem with fantasy series. But I'm going to try not to put it off, because sometimes I do that. I just won't read a series for a really long time because I don't want to have to wait for the next book to come out. I'm going to try and read this one this year, and hopefully I'll rate it 5 stars. Okay, the next one on my list is one that I actually saw in the library where I work. Someone had reserved it and I had to scan it and put it on the reserve shelf for them. Anyway, and I was so entranced by the cover because it was stunning. And then I read the synopsis and I was like, that sounds amazing. Anyway, that book is Go as a River by Shelley Reed, which is a historical fiction coming-of-age story. It says, a sweeping, heart-stopping epic of a young woman's journey to becoming, set against the harsh beauty of mid-century Colorado. On a cool autumn day in 1948, Victoria Nash delivers late-season peaches from her family's farm, set amid the wild beauty of Colorado. As she heads into her village, a disheveled stranger stops to ask her the way. How she chooses to answer will unknowingly alter the course of both their young lives. So begins the mesmerizing story of split-second choices and courageous acts that propel Victoria away from the only home she has ever known and towards a reckoning with loss, hope, and her own untapped strength. Gathering all the pieces of her small and extraordinary existence, spinning through the eddies of desire, heartbreak, and betrayal, she will arrive at a single rocky decision that will change her life forever. Go as a River is a heart-wrenching coming-of-age story and a drama of enthralling power, combining unforgettable characters and a breathtaking natural setting. It is a sweeping story of survival and becoming, of the deepest deepest mysteries of love, truth, and fate. I just think that that sounds really intriguing. This isn't like my typical type of book that I read, but I think I could really enjoy it. It sounds quite a lot like litfic, which is not normally my genre of choice. However, it also sounds really intriguing, and I do really like historical fiction, so I think that aspect could be really enjoyable. I think it sounds really good. And the UK cover specifically is just like so beautiful, and it made me want to read it. So hopefully I give that one 5 stars. The next book that I've got is a nonfiction book, one of 2 nonfiction books on this list, and that is The Age of Magical Overthinking by Amanda Montell. This is her newest book, which is coming out on April 11th, which might be before this video has actually been posted. So it might be out now, but I've read both of Amanda Montell's books to date. She wrote Word Slut and also Cultish, and I adored both of them. Word Slut was actually one of my favorite books of last year. I absolutely loved that book so much. Was it last year or the year before? Oh my god, it was the year before. Oh my god, that was such a long time ago. I was literally convinced it was last year. No, it was the year before last. It was one of my favorite books, and Cultish was one of my favorite books the year before that. So yeah, I just really love her writing style. I think she writes about such interesting niche topics, and the cover of this is absolutely stunning. I've already got it pre-ordered, and I cannot wait. I am literally so excited. I mean, I'm sure it's out already by the time you see this video, but yeah, this is like high priority TBR, and I'm pretty convinced I'm gonna love it. The next one on my list is a fantasy by an author I haven't read from before, so it could be risky, but I've heard such good things about this book recently, and that is The Will of the Many by James Islington. This one was nominated for the Goodreads Choice Awards, and I just think that it's going to be really freaking good. And this one is like described as like a high fantasy, but also a mystery. I really do like a mystery within like a fantasy world. It says, the Katanan Republic, the hierarchy, may rule the world now, but they do not know everything. I tell them my name is Vis Telemus. I tell them I was orphaned after a tragic accident 3 years ago, and that good fortune alone has led to my acceptance into their most prestigious school. I tell them that once I graduate, I will gladly join the rest of civilized society in allowing my strength, my drive, and my focus, what they call will, to be leached away and added to the power of those above me, as millions already do, as all must eventually do. I tell them that I belong, and they believe me. But the truth is that I have been sent to the academy to find answers, to solve a murder, to search for an ancient weapon, to uncover secrets that may tear the Republic apart, and that I will never ever cede my will to the empire that executed my family. To survive, though, I will still have to rise to the Academy's ranks. I will have to smile and make friends, and pretend to be one of them and win, because if I cannot, then those who want to control me, who know my real name, will no longer have any use for me. And if the hierarchy finds out who I truly am, they will kill me. That sounds so intense. There seemed like a lot of double crossing there, and I think it's going to be fantastic. I've literally heard such good reviews of this one. Sydney just read this and she enjoyed it. I think I was watching her vlog where she read it, and that really put this on my radar. I heard about it, but after Sid recommended it, I was like, okay, I need to read this. It sounds amazing, and my library has it, so definitely going to be reading that very soon. The next one on my list is actually an anticipated release, and I think this is 100% going to be a 5-star, and that is, of course, Funny Story by Emily Henry. I am so unbelievably excited for this book. I cannot tell you. Luckily, this book comes out in April, so it's not too long of a wait now. But all I know about this one is that the female character, she was dating this guy, and he was really good friends with a girl. But he always said there's nothing going on there, like it's absolutely fine. But on a trip home, he suddenly realizes that actually they both have feelings for each other. So he leaves our main character, and this new girl that he's in love with, she leaves her fiance. And so now she needs somewhere to go stay. So she ends up going to stay with her ex-boyfriend's new girlfriend's ex-fiance, I think. Anyway, and so it's a bit of a romance, if you will. Honestly, so excited for this. I loved Book Lovers so much. If you watched my February wrap-up, you would have heard me gush about it. I literally love that book so much, and I really want to read some more Emily Henry, but I don't really want to read Happy Place right now because I've heard that it's good, but it's also incredibly sad, and I'm just like, I don't know if that's what I want right now. In fact, I know it's not. So I don't know if I'll enjoy Happy Place, but Funny Story is 100% a 5-star prediction, and I cannot wait. So the next one I've got is another one that I own physically, and that is The Huntress by Kate Quinn. This one has been on my TBR since I read The Rose Code, which was in 2021, so it's been quite a while. Although I only actually acquired this last... What is on this? Ew. Oh my god, this book is moldy. Ew. This book is literally moldy. Oh my god. Okay, this is going in the bin. That is disgusting. I got this from the library because we were getting rid of it, and I was like, okay, I'm interested in that book. I'll take it. It's literally moldy, or is that dust? I'm pretty sure that's mold. What the fuck? Oh, I'm so sad now. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to find a new way to read this book, but I think the library still has it, so there's that. I still think I'm really gonna enjoy it because I do love The Rose Code by Kate Quinn, and somebody said that if you like The Rose Code, you're gonna love this one too. Having read 3 of her books now, I know what her format is, and I kind of know how the book's gonna go, but I'm very excited because this one sounds really intense, and I actually had no idea what the plot was. I just knew that I wanted to read it. I think this definitely has 5-star potential. I just need to get myself a copy which isn't moldy. I'm literally so sad. Alright, the next 5-star prediction that I have is another nonfiction, and this one is called 8 Bears, and it's by Gloria Dickey. I've literally not heard a single person talk about this book. I don't know how I came across it, but I am so intrigued. This is basically a global exploration of the 8 remaining species of bears and the dangers they face. Bears have always held a central place in our collective memory, from indigenous folklore and Greek mythology to 19th century fairy tales and the modern toy shop. But as humans and bears come into ever closer contact, our relationship nears a tipping point. Today, most of the 8 remaining bear species are threatened with extinction. Some, such as the panda bear and the polar bear, are icons of the natural world. Others, such as the spectacled bear and the sloth bear, are far less known. In 8 Bears, journalist Gloria Dickey embarks on a globe-trotting journey to explore each bear's story, whisking readers from the cloud forests of the Andes to the ice floes of the Arctic, from the jungles of India to the backwoods of the Rocky Mountain West. Weaving together ecology, history, mythology, and a captivating account of her travels and observation, Dickey offers a closer look at our volatile relationship with these magnificent mammals. Engrossing and deeply reported, 8 Bears delivers a clear warning for what we risk losing if we don't learn to live alongside the animals that have shaped our cultures, geographies, and stories. I don't know about you, but to me, that sounds amazing. I am big into nature. I love nature, even though I live in a city, and I like reading about nature, although I don't do it very often. But I just like learning about the natural world. I love learning about human connection to animals and how we all relate to each other, and I worry a lot about climate change, and I don't know, I just think that this book sounds like it could be right up my street, in that it's kind of an obscure nonfiction, which is what I really like. I think I'm gonna give this 5 stars. I don't know how I found out about it, but I'm so excited. The next one that I've got on my list is All Systems Red, which is the first book in the Murderbot Diaries by Martha Wells. All I know about this is that this is like a collection of novellas. Not this particularly, but the whole Murderbot Diaries is a collection of novellas following a murderbot, like a robot who has been programmed to kill people, I believe, who has kind of become sentient and like has feelings and doesn't want to kill people. And I've heard that even though like literally it's called Murderbot, it's actually like a cozy sci-fi, and I don't know, I just think it sounds like quite, in a way, kind of silly, but also like it's gonna be so much fun. I think also because it's like novellas, it will read super quickly. So yeah, I'm really intrigued by this. I've got the first one on here as a 5-star prediction, and I actually have the audiobook out from the library at the moment, so I should get on it and read this one very soon, and then we can see if it's a 5-star. But I have high hopes for it. Maybe my hopes are too high, but I'm excited. The next one on my list is one that I've got on my Kindle, and this is Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. I have heard really good things about this, specifically from Sara Without an H, who I really trust. I feel like she and I have very similar reading tastes in terms of like fantasy and romance. She also reads like a lot of horror, which I will never touch, but in other ways our tastes actually align quite a bit. Anyway, so I trust a lot of her recommendations, and she was raving about this, and then it was on sale on Kindle, and I was like, I'm gonna buy it. But this is basically a Regency fantasy romance, I think, and it says, ever since she was cursed by a fairy, Theodora Ettings has had no sense of fear or embarrassment, a condition which makes her prone to accidental scandal. Okay, already, I'm sold. I don't need to hear any more. That sounds hilarious, but I will continue for you. Dora hopes to be a quiet, sensible wallflower during the London season, but when the strange, handsome, and utterly uncouth Lord Sorcier discovers her condition, she is instead drawn into dangerous and peculiar fairy affairs. If Dora's reputation can survive both her curse and her sudden connection with the least liked man in all of high society, then she may yet reclaim her normal place in the world. But the longer Dora spends with Elias Wilder, the more she begins to suspect that one may indeed fall in love, even with only half a soul. I think this sounds like it's going to be such a good time, and it's a 5-star prediction. I think I could love it. I think that this could be the start of something new, and it's a completed trilogy. That is what we like to see. And then finally, the last one on my list that I think I'm going to rate 5 stars is one that I recently acquired. Again, this was because of Sara from Sara Without an H. Anyway, but that is Flawless by Elsie Silver. I've also just been seeing a lot of buzz around this one recently, and I read a couple like horse girl romances earlier this year, and I really enjoyed my time reading them, which is something I never thought I would be saying, but but here we are. So yeah, this was already on my radar, and then I heard Sara talking about it. I was like, okay, add to cart, and here we are. Anyway, here we go. Oh no, there's only one bed. Oh my goodness. We know what that means. I can't wait. Okay, calm down. All right, the blurb on this is like so cringy, but I still think this is gonna be a 5-star. So here we go. I'm the golden boy of professional bull riding, or at least I was until it all blew up in my face. Now, my agent says I have to clean up my image, so I'm stuck with his ball-busting daughter for the rest of the season as my full-time supervision. But I don't need a goddamn babysitter, especially one with skin-tight jeans, a sexy smirk, and a mouth she can't stop running. A mouth I can't stop thinking about. She says this means nothing. I say this means everything. She says there are boundaries we shouldn't cross, that my reputation can't take any more hits, and neither can her damaged heart. I say I'm going to steal it anyway. Oh my god, that's so cringy, but I think I'm gonna really enjoy this. Like, even though that kind of gave me the ick, I think I'm really gonna have a fun time with this. I hope I love it because I bought it. So also, I will say the writing is freaking enormous, so this could be a really quick read. Maybe if I ever read any of the books I actually own instead of just borrowing from the library, I might get to it at some point. Anyway, so those are my 10 5-star predictions for 2024. Will I read them this year? Hopefully. If not, you can scream at me. Those are all of the books that I am very excited for, that I think I could rate 5 stars and really love. Let me know if you've read any of these and what your thoughts were. If you think I am right, or if you think I'm completely wrong, I don't know. You can let me know. Maybe you know me better than I know myself. Anyway, and let me know some of your 5-star predictions down below. I would love to know. But that is all that I have for this video, so I hope you liked it. If you did, please get a thumbs up. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe down below. And if you made it all the way to the end of the video, I'm gonna be a basic bitch and just say, please leave me some stars down in the comments. Any of the star emojis that you like, leave it in the comments so I know you made it all the way to the end. But that is all that I have, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon with another video. Bye! You in the backyard of your old farm in the summer. Stayed there for 3 weeks where we learned to love each other. Wrote you letters, sent a message to the that day. Skip to the present.